It was about 2010 that the coalition came to me and they were offering assistance. They came to me and said, we'd like to pay for 3 months of your bills, all of your bills, entirely. It would keep me, that savings would keep me until I would find out about this appeal, this back pay. And it kept us right up until the last week of when we received this back pay. And because of that assistance, because of minor donations here and from this person, they're able to do this. And for that 3 months, I was floating on clouds. It was March 7th of 2006. I woke up, I'd say about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I had 2 weeks till I was going home. I was excited. I was ready to see the family, and I was the gunner for the LAV. The rounds I was working with are 25 millimeter HE, highly explosive rounds, and I had about 170 of them out in front of me. You de-link them, wipe them down, and link them back. Well, when I linked about the 70th one back, you take the link in the round and you hit it. They're big. And I was on my face. The primer was untouched. The bullet actually blew out the back left. It's impossible, but it happened. On the paperwork, it states a default round. It was just a freak accident. I was told I could amputate or I could keep my leg, and I decided to amputate. I wanted to go back to 100%, and I've seen people running, Olympians run with, and I said, well, it can't be that bad. And I said, cut it off. When I got back to the hospital, they sent me my stuff. I received my Kevlar and my flak jacket, and the one thing I did not receive was all my pictures. They were lost or taken in the process of Iraq and me. That was the biggest part of my life, and I had nothing to show for it. My disability pay through the VA was cut. It was cut in half. I went from $3,100 a month to $1,557 a month. The VA system's so backed up that it actually took us 2 years to get an answer on this appeal. And your pay gets cut in half, your bills do not. When you're single, it's a lot easier, but when I've got a wife and 2 kids to support, it's extremely hard. And the one thing I learned to put my family before my pride. It was basically just a time where 120 military men that are your brothers and sisters can come and help each other grow. And there would be people coming in, their families would be being torn apart, they're financially screwed up, they're not romantic with each other because they can't fulfill those duties. That's a hard subject, but the benefit is when you've got 30 other military men trying to figure out that aspect, you don't feel alone. It is just a place where you can come and turn your life around. I mean, it's 180 degrees. People would walk out there with the biggest smiles. They have a resume. They've had counseling. They had a wonderful vacation with no bills. It's where you can come and leave your problems there and walk out the door with them off. Gary Sinise is in a band with a man named Kimo Williams, and he's the founder of this organization, USVAP, that pretty much every year they pick 2 injured soldiers and they help them in any way to continue their creative field. And the coalition knew I loved photography, but I was at 0 again, and so they chose me to go to this event and be the beneficiary of a brand new professional camera, and therefore I could continue my business. As a final note, we just kind of wanted to tell everyone thank you. Starting with the coalition, they gave us all the support, and they brought us from the lowest points and gave us a foundation so we can move forward with our lives. But again, it was like before, it was a stepping stone. They gave me that first step to continue my way. And that's always the hardest, is to find which way to go. And they bring you right down the path you need to, and then you can take it from there. But it started with donors, and the coalition would be nothing without the donations that you guys provide. The thing to remember is anything helps. If there's 6 billion people in the world, if 1 million people gave $1, that's $1 million. Do you know how many lives that would change? So that's the biggest problem people have, is they think, well, I don't have $30 to give, or it's $1. Give $1. Anything helps. And from that support, lives change.
Thank you.
Au revoir. Bon voyage. Say bye. Say bye.